Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. You are on the last one, episode 8. This is your boy Nightmare, TD1, whatever you call it. This is the Nova Football 2023 football podcast. Practice day 8, full pads. We was out there tackling. We saw some form. We saw some bops. We saw a lot of good stuff out there. Iron continuing to sharpen iron. Guys are learning how to compete. We're competing at a high level. We look really good. It reminds me of the championship teams we had in 21 and the championship level standard that we started in 2019. So this team is on its way to being very special. And a part of our team being very special takes a bunch of different players. And I have 2 very special players that will contribute to our success this year if we're going to get to where we need to go. One of them is Ice Waxter, a.k.a. Frieza. My boy, the man who also sits on an island by himself. His hands are behind his back because he don't need them. You're not getting the ball. And then my man Sap. That's all it is. Don't call him by his first name unless you his mother. His name is Sap. He's going to make some plays either in the return game or he's going to hawk some stuff down in the defensive backfield. These guys are special playmakers. They're great athletes. They're guys that contribute in many different phases on our defense and guys that are asked to play multiple positions. And I'm going to ask them, not only not how they feel about right now, but certain personal questions as these are 2 of my guys. And, I'm going to ask some personal questions that'll kind of challenge them and kind of make them think about what they want to do this year, because it's not just about the work we put in each and every day. I encourage my guys to see it before it even happens. You don't want to get to the moment and not have played it out in your head, because then you're never ready. So we try and be ready for the moment before it comes. And I promise you by September 2nd, when we go out and play Lehigh, we are going to make something happen. It's going to get very bad for them, I promise you, because we're ready. We're practicing like we're ready. Our habits are championship level, and we just got to continue stacking the days. But, as for practice, I'm tired about the wins and losses. I'm just looking at how guys are progressing individually. I'm looking at how guys are just getting better at their craft. Listen, I challenge my running back room each and every day. I tell them, if it's thud and you going to lower your shoulder, you got to be ready. And one of our guests today, Sap, decided that he had to make a business decision because one of my running backs also made a business decision. But business was handled on the defensive end. So my running back, you know who you are. Tighten up. Don't do that. That's bad. That's very bad because you know what you tried to do. You're not slick. You my man. But don't do that again. That's bad. That's real bad. That's bad tape. And my other man, Ice Waxter, went out there being a leader, telling Coach Ferrante, we need to tackle. And went out there, first rep, boom, tackle. Continuing to develop different parts of his game. So I'm going to ask each of these guys a few questions. We're going to start with Sap, the youngin. This is a guy that last year was kind of an in-betweener, good enough to start, but a lot of different guys. This is his first year as a player in the defense. But this year, we expect him to make extra strides and contribute in many different ways on this team. So, Sap, I want you to first, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and talk about the contributions that you want to make to this season and what you're going to do now that we've made it halfway through camp. What are you going to do with this last half of camp to prepare yourself to make those contributions that you aspire to make this year?
First of all, TD, I appreciate the introduction. It's very humbling to hear another teammate of mine really give a real in-depth detail of how I feel like I play on the field. And, all respect to, the running back he discussing about, it wasn't just none but love and contact that we trying to show out right now. Other than that, though, my name is Sap. People call me Sap around here, but Christian Sap, number 25. Really, the only reason why I'm playing really is for my kid and for my fam. Most of y'all might not know this, but I had a child at 19, so the vibe immediately changed for me in terms of how I'm gonna handle myself as a man and then handle myself as a football player. Unfortunately, right now I'm missing 2 games because of past mistakes that I feel like are adolescent, that I feel like I've learned from, especially having my daughter. Shout out to London. But yeah, other than that, the contributions I feel like in camp that I'm trying to make, especially, is just make as many plays as possible with as many little mistakes as you can make with scheme. I'm trying to find the middle ground of being, too instinctual or too locked in on the scheme, and my instincts then become a non-factor. So I'm trying to find the middle ground with that in camp and stuff like that. it's real good and comfortable being in the back end, with guys like Ice to my left, Ty Trent, Jalen Goodman, Elijah Glover, the safety room, and especially the corners too. They really helped me, feel comfortable in my position, and they forced me to be a man about handling everything, not just football, with school and life. And so I appreciate those older guys that they really motivate me to lock in on my craft. And so that's really what I'm trying to show out in camp. After these 2 games, I'm really looking to at least put myself into the game plan. With all respect to the coaching scheme and stuff like that, I really just hope I incorporate myself into the game plan. And the only way I could do that is through camp. So, the rest of camp is kind of just work. I'm just trying to work as big as possible, as big as I could possibly play, in terms of reps, in terms of how I'm taking those reps and stuff like that. And just going practice by practice. Really, I'm just trying to show the coaches that, without these first 2 games, I still be a factor on the field for 3 and on. You know what I mean? So that's really what I feel like I'm going to try to bring to the table, especially for this team, because I feel like I say it all the time. I say it to the coaches. I say it to my teammates. I feel like I can help them. I swear I wouldn't be here if I didn't feel like I couldn't help them. So, it's that constant ability to gain their trust and their brain, and same thing with the coaches. So that's my goal for really camp in terms of that. And, that's me.
Yes, Ab, you talked about, becoming a father. You talked about a little bit of last year. You talked about growth. You talked about maturity. So you being a father, tell me how being a father has allowed you to learn lessons. You're not a sophomore no more. You're an upperclassman. You're now an older guy. So how are these lessons that being a father is teaching you, allowing you to translate to the things that you want to do on the field in terms of your discipline? Because, Sap, it's not an ability thing with you. We know that. We've seen you make all the plays. It's about opportunity, one. Getting your opportunity. You get your opportunity, and it's about making good on it, putting trust. You have trust in yourself. You have to trust your ability. And the best way you trust your ability is by being prepared. You got to be prepared, bro. Your instincts, bro, that's one thing I never want you to forget. That's what got you here, bro. You're a safety, bro. You have to go get the ball. Sometimes, you feel me, the scheme is not the scheme. As far as I'm concerned, we bring players here. We don't bring schemes here. We bring players here. So tell me, what are you going to do? Because we know it's not ability. We know opportunities to come. How are you going to build championship level and consistent habits now with that newfound maturity that you have as a father, that you have as an older guy? What are you going to now do with that in order to ensure success for yourself and ensure that you're going to be able to contribute to this team this year, because we know that you can?
I look at it in really just 2 ways. Being a father, especially to begin with, is either you take the commitment or you don't take the commitment. All respect, Maya Hernandez, that's my baby mother, and also my girl at this point. She got pregnant at 18. And for any ladies who are listening, any men who are listening, that is a big-ass step to take. Excuse my language, but that's a big-ass step to take for a female to then grow herself through now having to leave college and be a full-time mother. So there's nothing but respect that I have for that lady. And taking on that role because of how I see her do her mother role is kind of how it's really just shaping how I'm going to try to carry myself, not only around that type of circle and that type of environment, being a father and taking care of my child, but around the team, around the coaches, around the environment that I am at, at school for 80% of the time. And, when I got here in 21, I had a really bad freshman year, to personally say. And in doing so, that I didn't get a chance to really contribute to the championship team that we had in 21. And the leadership that I seen through 21. We got guys here, TD, and you know what I'm saying, TD, Ice. These guys contributed to the 21 success, and I didn't take that opportunity of learning from the guys who won the chip. The guys who really focused in and bought into what the coaches were bringing and bought into themselves. And my sophomore year came, and I did start the first couple of games at corner, but I wasn't good enough. That's just I keep it a buck with myself, because I know that I could be better, and I wasn't good enough. And Mims deserved, the starting corner job with K, and we see how that turned out for Philly. You know what I mean? So, I knew that I wasn't ready even as a sophomore, getting actual game reps, getting 50 snaps a game against Lehigh, getting 40 snaps a game against Army. I was really not good enough, I felt, in terms of the skill level that I needed to be for us to win chips or contribute to the chips. You know what I mean? The championship mentality that TD is talking about is real keen to not just football, but like it's a lifestyle thing, man. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have a championship mentality when you go out and try to find the next job you got to make. Like, we only got 4 or 5 years in this business. And you know what I'm saying? If it works out for you, you go to the higher level. But if it don't, you're in a dogfight with millions of other people. And becoming a father and knowing that you could look to your left, you could look to your right, and you always see a parent, you might be able to see a parent. It kind of just puts it in perspective. Like, these people are walking across from me doing whatever God knows what they got to do to provide for their family. So what am I going to do to provide for my own? Like, ever since my daughter was born, it was like a constant reminder that I got to provide, or I got to do something to show myself that I'm going to provide at some point. And that kind of buys into that championship mentality and whatnot. And I just try to take that in every day, you know what I mean? Especially waking up every day. I just try to remind myself. But like I said, you know what I mean? I know what I'm capable of, TD, you know what I mean? With all respect to him, I feel like, you know, I've shown it to the team that they know what I'm capable of. So it's all about just me just answering the bell. So I really just got to stay into that championship mentality. And like I said, that's how I'm going to do it, is just kind of wake up every day and remind myself. You know what I mean? TD really hit on it with that championship mentality stuff.
Yeah, Sap, you touched on a lot of things that, like, I really wanted to get to. So my advice for you would be, listen, Sap, like, ability is not the thing. We talked about it, bro. Like, I want that maturity to turn into consistency, bro. I've seen you as a young man grow as a father, and I've seen that translate to the rest of your life. You talked about your start. You got on here. You've been very transparent, bro. But, Sap, you were there in 21. You know what the championship standard looks like. Whether you think you were tapped in or not, you know what it looks like. You were a part of those games. You felt it. You didn't have to be in those games to feel what we had that year. You feel me? So Sap, bro, you and I talk a lot. We've had a lot of one-on-ones. You my bro. I'm tired of Villanova football knowing what Sap can do. You gotta let them know what you could do, bro. That's you seizing the opportunity. So I encourage you, bro, consistency, bro. It's not an ability thing. If you're consistent, you'll get on the field and all you'll have to do is rely on your instincts. Boom, I line up, I go. That's all you got. Christian Sapp is not a good football player when he's thinking. I don't want you out there thinking. Because guess what? I'm going to need a blow at some point. And you're going to have to go back there and you're going to have to return that ball on kickoff return. God forbid we give up a tut. You're going to have to go back there and I expect you to house it. Every time. I watched your high school tape. You tell us what you can do. I see you pick the ball and you turn into an offensive player.
Best two-way thing on the team, bro.
Like, you really could play two ways, bro. You got to go. So you got to get to a point where you just go. And you have to use the leaders around you. For example, you talked about somebody, Ice, contributed to that 21 standard. We're in completely different roles now, Ice. You and I, we've been brothers. We've had our chats. We've both had our unique journeys here. You've probably had one of the more unique journeys here out of anybody that's been through this program, and you're still here. You're fighting every day. This is somebody who understands the importance of the process, loving each and every day, understanding about seizing opportunity, understanding that opportunity can come and go as quickly as that. Understanding that opportunity is something that's not for everybody, and you got to be ready. And I promise you this year that Ice Waxter will be ready. I promise you he will be ready. This man put his head down. This man locked in. He knows the game. He's sharpened every tool. The last thing is he has to make it translate. That's it. He knows it's there. Same thing with Sat. As far as I'm concerned, I know Ice. He's in the business of proving himself again because he's seen what he's done. He was out there as a freshman. Me and him, we was out there Southeast Louisiana. We was balling. Junior year, if he had to come in on third down and go clam somebody, he was going to come in and do it. So you feel me? Like, we've been there. We've done that. And now sometimes we got to remind people of what we are. They don't expect much of us this year. But I expect much out of a lot of us. And somebody I expect a lot of this year is Ice Waxer. So, Ice, I'm going to start with you. Whether you like it or not, you're a leader on this defense. You're one of our best players. What are you going to do to make sure that each and every day, starting with Ice Waxter to the back end to the defense, how are you going to allow your play? Because I know you're going to play. We all For everybody who doesn't know, Ice is going to play. How is your play going to contribute to us winning this year? And what are you doing in camp? And what are you doing as a leader to make sure that you're taking steps to making sure that your play will be impactful?
Yeah, man. I really want to just first off saying thank you, TD. I didn't know nothing about this podcast. I was going to listen to it, I told you yesterday, and I decided not to. I wanted to be blindsided. I didn't know it was this deep. Like I'm not going to cap. When Sap was talking, I was on the verge of tears. I will be honest. I love y'all boys. Like, a lot. Like, y'all boys been through the same, TD, you've been through the same process I've been through. Sap, same way. Same process I've been through. What you going through, I'm going through right now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So for me, I'll be honest, last year I couldn't play with my brothers due to being academically ineligible. Like, I didn't get it done. 2021 season, we went to the playoffs, and I didn't lock in school-wise. I locked in football-wise. And that taught me a lot. That taught me if I really, like, the biggest thing to me is my brothers, my family. I feel like Villanova is family. Mark Ferrante is family. I'll never leave this place because of Mark Ferrante. He gave me every chance in the world. At this school, I've been kicked out before. I've been ineligible. He's never turned his back on me. Mark Ferrante never turned his back on me. So I owe my whole life to this place because they saved my life. From Newark, New Jersey, for people that know that's a rough place. It's not easy to make it out. Got a lot of friends who didn't make it out, like physically and mentally. Some of them could have been D1 in ball. They messed up. They didn't get to go D1. Some of my friends could have been D1 in ball. They messed up. They're not alive anymore. So this place means a lot to me. I love this place. I love my teammates. I'm very family oriented. I love my mom, my dad, TD, Sap, all my guys, all my DBs, all my teammates, even the new guys, the freshmen. What I want to get this team, I want to be the guy they can rely on. I want them to know when they see number 0 on that field that he's going to lock down. And after he locked down, he's going to get lit and make sure the guys on the sideline get lit. I want them to know I'm here this year. It's not last year. I'm not on the sideline getting lit. Last year, it was that serious. My guys is playing. Quarterback ran to the sideline. I approached my guy head-butted right over my eyebrow, bloody. I'm talking to T-Way. Hey, do I need stitches? What are you talking about? You don't need stitches. Patch me right up. Wiped it right off. Put some word on my face. I'm good. I'm screaming again. I love my brothers. I'm going to do everything I can for this team. So I just want y'all to know, like, it's serious. I'm going to be a guy you rely on. I'm going to play the pass. I'm going to play the boundary. I'm going to press. I'm going to play man. I can run fast. And then when it's a run, I'm going to run play. I'm going to come down. I'm going to tackle. I'm definitely going to tackle. I'm going to do everything I can for this team. I want to be a leader for this team. Granted, I didn't run for captain, but that's not a thing. I feel like all of our teammates are captains. We got so many old guys on this team. I feel like all of us could be captains. I don't even think we need captains this year, if I'm being honest. I think every single person could be a captain. Shane Harsh could be a captain. Ethan Potter could be a captain. Christian Sack could be a captain. TD could be a captain. D. Will could be a captain. Pringle could be a captain. Connor Russ could be a captain. I could name Elijah Glover could be a captain. Jay Ford could be a captain. Ty Tring could be a captain. I could name a million captains on this team. I honestly think we have 93 captains. 93 people that can be captains on this team. Everybody could be a leader on this team. So I'm going to give it to you guys. I'm going to work hard, work real hard. I'm going to play my coverage. I'm going to play technique. I'm going to run fast. I'm going to knock down the deep ball. No deep ball will be caught on me this year. I don't want to give up no touchdowns this year. That's one of my goals. I want to be an all-conference corner for this team. I want to be a guy you can look at and be like, yeah, Ice is strapping right now. We don't got to worry about Ice. Ice, you by yourself. We're going to help the other side. That's what I want to be. You don't got to help the other side because we got dogs on the other side too. Just play the middle of the field. We're going to catch picks. You feel me? So I just want to give all I can. I'm working real hard in camp to be a leader. I'm talking behind the scenes, with all my guys to make sure everybody is feeling each other. I want the team chemistry to be on 1,000,000. You play 2K, you lose games, your team chemistry go down. I don't want our team chemistry to ever go down. I want it to be on 100% the whole season. No matter what's happening, I want all guys to love each other. I want everybody to be friends, everybody to be brothers, because I don't got no brothers. I always wanted a brother. Little brother or older brother, I always wanted a brother. I never got a brother. So I just want to have brothers. I have 93 brothers right now. And I want to cherish that. I do cherish that. Cherish my coaches, my brothers, all of that. I'm going to give everything I got to them.
Yeah, Ice, you talked a lot about, giving everything you got. You talked about leadership. You talked about your play. You talked about some of your goals not having a ball completed on you. I asked Vaughn this same thing. You are a shutdown corner. That's not something that I want to be a secret because if I'm not going to tell y'all, he's just going to end up showing y'all anyway. So what are you going to do when it's going to get lonely on that island? You're going to get bored. There's going to be games you get no targets. What are you going to do to make sure that you're sharpening that sword? Because guess what? Your competition is not the man in front of you, it's the man in the mirror. And your standard is not that of college football, it's the NFL. Not where you are, where you want to be is your standard. So what are you going to do to make sure that you are doing everything you can when the ball is not coming to you to make sure that you're upholding that NFL standard that you have for yourself? Because that is where you're going.
Real quick, it's not an island, number 0, freezer. It's a glacier. But about that, I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to grind. When the ball not coming towards me, I'm running the ball, I'm going to tackle it. When the ball coming towards me, it's going to be a PBU, it's going to be a pick, it's going to be something, it's going to be a forced fumble, it's going to be something. Because me and my guys got to get lit. We ain't got paid in a little minute. We went 6-5 last year. We need to get paid. We need to get paid bad. And we know that's why we grind. I've been listening to other episodes. I know how camp is going. It's not like it's no offense wins every game, offense wins every practice, defense. Nah, we're competing. Offense will score 2 touchdowns, we'll get 2 picks, same practice. We are competing. Every one of us is competing. And we're not talking enough about number 1, Uno. He's a dog. He's competing. He's competing. He spent years in this program doing anything we needed. Special teams. Who the first person you know ever went all conference on special teams off of not being a kicker, a punter, something like that, blocking punts? No, he's getting off of tackles on kickoff. That's valuable. You can't teach that. It's physically no teaching. When you sign up for Pop Warner, they don't teach you how to tackle on kickoff. They don't tell you to defeat blocks on kickoff. They don't teach that. Ever. What we got to do is doing that. So I know it's supposed to be about us, me and Sat, but nah. Respect TD. Respect him. Respect Uno. Because all of us are grinding. It's the reason. He's doing this for the team right now. Nobody's doing this. Nobody in the country is doing this. Having dudes come in his room, chill out, just talk about their life. And then Sat. It's a father. 19 years old. I was mentoring Sat. I'm like, yo, Sat, you got to do this, and he's a father. I'm not a father. When I have a kid, he's my mentor. I'm hitting up Sat. Yo, what'd you do back then? Yo, bro, I did this. I know you're going to text back. Yo, bro, I did this. It's really a brothership. It's a brotherhood. I wish it was something closer than brothers that I could say right now. This is family right now. I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm blood related to these boys. Like, honestly, like, Mom, I'm going to send you this. Linda, I'm going to send you this. I love you, Mom, but you need to hear this. These are the dudes I play with. You know, you always ask me, why you not in pictures on the team? It's because of dudes like this. They got to be in the pictures on the team. Look at these. They have real lives, serious lives. They're doing stuff like this. This is real. I'm very appreciative, to be honest, very appreciative to talk to you guys. Whoever's listening, I don't care how many, 1 person, 1 million people, I'm very appreciative of this. Like, I'm very happy that I'm on this. Like, I feel it's very good for the team, and I thank you. Thank you, TD. Real shit. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm dead ass. Thank you.
For sure. Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming on, but it's like, guys, it's all about perspective. Like, when you Villanova students, I hope some of you listen to this, like, when you see us walking around and we may look a certain way and we may not look like what you're used to when you're at home, I want you to think about the things that we go through real life stuff. We're human beings. Not only do we go through real life stuff, the stuff that we do as Division I football players is really our job.
Especially at FCS.
Christian Sapp has no business spending this much time playing football when he has a kid at home. And there's food that he has to put on the table. But he's here. It's about sacrifice. You know what I mean? Y'all, Ice talked about his own personal journey. You know how much sacrifice it takes to get back? You know how hard it is to climb, how to get kicked down, climb up, come down, and then come back up? Do you know how hard that is? For me, it's like I've had my own fair share of struggle and adversity. I just had to pull 23 credits this past semester in order to be able to play and graduate and do all that stuff. That's real life stuff people don't know about because we struggle and we deal with the stuff that we deal with as athletes internally. But my advice to not only you guys as my listeners, but my brothers in front of me, keep going. Because guess what? If we could have gave up long ago. Ice, you can think back of so many times, not even in your life, just since you've been here, that you could have just gave up. Sap, we don't even got to talk about it, bro. You've always been fighting. You got to keep doing it, bro, because this team is about fighting. It's a lot of guys that could have left. Last year was not good, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it was not good. It was not good. But I want y'all to understand that, like, the people that came back we wanna recalibrate. We going back to what we used to do. That's it. Same ish, different day. That's what it's about to be with us. So, like, I'm going to give my guys the opportunity to get one more word in before I close, but I want you guys to understand what we're doing here. The stuff that we talk, like, not even the stuff we talk about, the stuff I told you, I can't explain. It's real what we're going through right now. The tightness and the bonding that we got right now is real. So I'm going to let them say one last word. I want y'all to really pay attention because you may not really understand. We're going to start with Sat.
Yeah, first off, I really want to thank TD for having me and myself on this podcast. I'm not going to lie, I've only tuned in 1 or 2 episodes, and you know what I mean? I respect all the teammates and all the ideas that they bring, but I feel like, you know what I mean, there's a real sense of life when you go through shit that me and Ice went through. And everybody who was on TD's podcast before us, they got the same stories. They got similar stories, similar adversities that they had to go through and fight through. TD used the word fight, and there's no better word to describe it. There's no better word to describe it. The lifestyles that we had to grow up in to just get to Villanova. And trust, like, all respect to Villanova, they paying for my school. I never would have thought I'd ever find the money to pay for the school. Like, I swear to God, and I just, like I said, I want to thank TD, and I just also want to thank Villanova. But, you know, Villanova isn't just, a walk in the park. You're typical Bama. Like, when I say that we really in the trenches and we grinding up here, like, there's so many players on this team that are never going to see this podcast or are never going to be on TD's podcast that really put in the work that will never ever, the fans, like, the Villanova student body will never, ever be able to grasp. And that's just the truth. And the fact that I'm grateful that TD gave me and Ice the platform to really just bring out, like, reality and life to the podcast because, you know what I mean, me and Ice don't really shy away from really shedding light on what's real truth about the lifestyles that we got to come up and build from. Like, there's so many things that we had to go through. Even TD, he'll never speak about on this podcast, and the fact that he's able to hold his teammates accountable every single day, as if he's the best player on the team every single day, it is unmatchable. I've never seen a teammate like TD.
Thank you, bro.
And a lot of people might not view this. It could be 10. It could be 10 people. It could be 100 people. It could be 1,000 people. Like TD's doing this for his team. He's not doing this for himself. And the more and more people get to view in his podcast, the more and more he'll get more people like me, Ice, other teammates that we got that really got these stories and really got these lifestyles that they had to grow up and fight to get to this point. And so I'm glad. I'm just, like I said, TD, I'm grateful, y'all. I appreciate it. I love you, bro. You've been my brother since day one. There's no words to describe how appreciative I am of this podcast that you let me get on. I like to thank my man Ice to my left. Like, Ice been my brother since day one. Swear to God. First ever time I worked out with a teammate was Ice and Mims. And since then, we've been locked in since then. And they've seen my grind. I've seen they grind. I've seen they fails. They've seen me fail multiple times at this school. And, you know what I mean, just to be able to say a briefing of, like, the shit, excuse my language, the shit that we went through at this school alone, not even our own lives at home. I just really appreciate TD giving me the opportunity to really shed light on that. And I just want my man Ice to just end it off with, some words of wisdom that he'll be able to drop on whoever's listening on this podcast, to the teammates that are listening, to the fans that are listening, to TD's followers that are listening. Ice has the most realist shit that I've ever heard in my life. He's been through the most shit on this team. And I just want him to say a couple words of wisdom, mind you, if I do TD, to just really give the floor to Ice.
For sure.
Yeah. At first, I just want to thank TD. I done said it. You probably couldn't hear me, but I done said probably 6 times. I thank TD so much for coming on this, man. I didn't know the type of vibe this was. I didn't know it was this serious. This is a real podcast. A lot of people not hearing this, but the people that's not hearing it, you're missing out badly. Like I have to tune into episodes tonight. Like I have to. Like I have to know what's happening right now, because this is real. This is real. We're really talking about life right now. Like this is a real podcast right here. Like these are two of my best friends right here. Like not even on campus, like on the planet. Like these two of my guys right here. Like it's a lot I'll do. Like a lot I'll do for these guys right here that I would not say on this podcast. There's a lot I'll do for these guys right here. Like these are my guys. These are my guys. But like it's real. D1. Everybody won't be D1. Everybody can't be D1 because everybody can't handle D1. Pressure break pipe, but pressure also makes diamonds. We're diamonds. Us three are diamonds. Not in a cocky sense, but like you got to be a diamond to be a Division I athlete. It seems easy. I want to be a Division I athlete. I want to get media day pictures. I want to have a single digit number in a speed flex, an F7. I want to have newest cleats. I want to play in front of 80,000 fans. Nah, bro, that's not what it's about. It's about waking up at 5:30 a.m. and going to White Lift group. That's what it's about. It's about listening to Coach Ferrante. You don't want to listen to Coach Ferrante when he on his 6th page of his notes. That's what it's about. It's not about. Oh, I get to play in front of these people. I get to talk to NFL scouts. Nah, you got to be good enough to talk to NFL scouts. And I'm in the room with dudes that's good enough to talk to NFL scouts. I'm so thankful for that. I'm so happy I picked Villanova for my school. I don't know what I would be without Nova. I've been through so much. I had to learn so much through Villanova. I thank Villanova so much. When I first got here, I was just a kid from Newark. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how to be a Division I athlete. I didn't even know how to uphold myself. Right. I didn't know who to be. Right. I thought I just had to be this kid from Newark. I thought I had the same way. I had to act like I was a hood, a gangbang, or something like that. I don't have to act like that to be successful. Right. I could be the opposite. Right. And that's what Villanova's taught me. That's what TDS taught me as a friend, as a brother, as a mentor. You know how crazy that is to have a mentor the same age as you? That's rare. That's very rare. I respect TD for that. Sap, I respect you for that, bro. Right. You're younger than me, bro, and you teach me stuff. Right. We pick it, all of us piggyback off each other, man. I'm so thankful for that. And for the season, I just want y'all to know, do you know how many people came back for us to make this season special? To Chrissy came back. You know he could have went to the league. What other special teamer would you have? Not to mention the guy that could go 7 games straight with 100 yards. Who can do that? Who can do that in the country? Yeah, NFL running backs can do that in the country. Yes, that's what he is, NFL running back. Rajon Pringle came back. You know he could have went to the league. Jern Hayek, he got injured. He could have still went to the league. Let a scout come to practice. They're trying to find sticks. Nick Torres, he's a 6'8" beast, came back. Like, we got so many people that came. Danny Abraham. So many people came back just so we could win this year. Jalen Jackson. That's easily an NFL running back. We got three backs that can start anywhere in the country. Not FCS, anywhere in the country. Could play anywhere in the country. We got players all over our field that can play anywhere in the country. That's why we're good. But we're going to show y'all this year. We're not going to talk about it. We don't got to talk too much about it. 6-5, I like that. 7th ranked in the CAA, I like that. No first team All-CAA players, I love that. Watch that in the season. Watch how we come. Just watch how we come. Watch how we step. Not watch how we come. Watch how we step. We're going to step because we step up. We don't come. We step up. We're them. You're going to see that because my guys are steppers. They've been through so much. They locked in so much. They care about this team so much. The coaches. I can't walk through the office. All our coaches, their offices are to the right, to the left. Probably about 3 to 4 offices. Mm-hmm. You feel me? You can't walk through there without 8 people saying, hi Ice, hi Sap, hi TD. You don't got that nowhere. We got the best coaches in the country. We got the best players in the country. I'm not going to say too much. I want y'all to see it. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you, TD. I appreciate you. Thank you, Sap, for being on with me. Philly, you would have loved this, especially with us, especially with your guys. Philly, you missing out. I really hope you listen to this. I'm about to text you and let you know what type of experience this was. I'm going to let you know you need to get on this. But thank you, TD. I appreciate you, bro. I love you, bro.
For sure. I appreciate my guys. Thank you guys again. Like, I really enjoy this live aspect of the podcast. Like, what you guys see what's going on is real. Like, me, Ice, and Sapper from completely different backgrounds. When I first got here, I didn't know who I was. Like, I was trying to escape who I was in Damascus, Maryland, and try to develop my own identity here at Nova. And it's been a process, and it's a process for everybody. But as Uzi, you know, you guys know I'm a Uzi fan. The first song I played was an Uzi song. Uzi once said, watch this. I want y'all to watch what we're about to do this year. Like I said, we're going to put butts in seats and we're going to put points on the board. Listen, whoever your favorite receiver is, whatever he's got planned for Villanova, just consider it canceled. Listen, these two guys are going to hold it up in the back end, and I'm going to continue to push these guys to be the best version of themselves each and every day. I want these guys to continue to be confident in their abilities. I want these guys to continue to believe in their preparation. And I want these guys to continue to believe in what we have planned and what God has in store for this team. We over me 2023. Loyalty Club. Watch what we do this year. I'm going to see y'all have a great weekend. We got some relaxing to do. Peace.